bunnies on that, but I could tell you a joke while I'm waiting. So this Irish fella decides to take his lad to the zoo for the day. So they get to the zoo and they get to the elephant enclosure. There's a sign in the elephant enclosure that says, throw the elephant a bun and it'll guess your age. So the Irish fella says to his boy, go on son, throw the elephant a bun and see if he can see how old you are. So the boy gets a bun and he throws it at the elephant. The elephant grabs it with his trunk, chucks it in his mouth and stamps his feet 6 times. He says, Jesus be Christ, he's right as well. You're 6 years old. He says, you give it a try, Dad. He says, I will. So he throws it a bun and the elephant lets out the biggest fart you've ever heard and then stamps his feet twice. The boy looks at his dad, he says, did he get it right, father? He says, yes indeed he did, son. Jesus be Christ, he got me right. I'm 42. Here's another one for you. Father and son cannibals. Starving they are, they've not eaten for weeks. And the dad says to the boy, we need to go out and get somebody so me and your mum can eat. So the boy says, what are we going to do, Dad? He says, follow me into town, I'll show you. So they hide him behind this bush shelter. He says, right, when I give you the nod, we're going to grab somebody, take them home, and me and your mum are going to eat them. Next minute, this skinny little bird walks past, and the boy says to his dad, should we grab her, Dad? And the dad says, no, son, let her go. There's not enough meat on her to feed me, you and your mother. Another 5 minutes goes past, and this big old fat bird walks past. And the boy says, should we grab her, Dad? He says, oh, no, far too much fat and gristle on her. She'll fur his arteries, let her go. Another 10 minutes. This bird walks past, 5'9", long blonde hair, big boobs, nice backside. And the dad says, son, grab her. And the boy says, oh, we're not going to eat her, are we, Dad? He said, no, son, we'll take her home and eat your mother.
Don't put it all on cutting room floor.
Oh, no. Had enough of the cutting room floor in gears and tears. I want to make it to the main event this time. newly married couple just moving their house together, not been married too long, and they get back from their honeymoon, and the missus says to the fella, we've got slates on the roof I'm fixing, can you fix it? Says, do I look like a builder? I'm going to the pub. Off he goes to the pub. Next day she says, tap's dripping, can you fix it? Says, do I look like a plumber? I'm going to the pub. So he gets to the next day, she says, the car won't start on the drive, I want to do the shopping. Can you fix it? He says, do I look like a mechanic? I'm going to the pub. Anyway, he staggers back from the pub, and the car's moved on the drive. He looks on the roof and the slate's been fixed, gets in the toilet to wash his hands and the tap's not dripping. He says to her, now then, what's the crack? How come all the jobs have been done? She says, just after you went to the pub, I said, we had a really good looking fella knocked on the door, see if I wanted any odd jobs doing. Says, so he's fixed everything, he's done the lot. Yeah. The fella says, I bet that's cost me an absolute fortune. She says, oh no, not the case. What he said was, I either had to bake him a cake or give him really kinky sex. She says, oh, what flavour cake did you bake him? She says, do I look like Mary Berry? So a duck wanders into a bar, jumps on the bar stool and onto the bar, says to the barman, says, have you got any bread? The barman says, no mate, we're a pub, we sell beer and wines and spirits, we don't sell bread. All right, he says, clears off. Next day, he wanders in on the bar stool, on the bar, says, no mate, you got any bread? He says, didn't we have this conversation yesterday? I told you, we're a pub, we sell beer, not bread. Do one. So the duck does it all week. Gets to the end of the week, the duck wanders in, onto the bar stool, on the bar, says, you got any bread? Barman says, look, we've had this far too many times this week, and I'm sick to death for you. He says, if you ask me for bread one more time, I'm going to nail your beak to the bar. He looks at the man, he says, have you got any nails? He says, no I haven't. He says, you got any bread? I've got those. Grip on the inside because it looked pretty dry. As it was starting on the exit to turn 4, it's pretty dry, they've not watered it. On the outside of the track, so the brake drag drops, it's going to be really difficult to get the traction, to get the drop on the car on the inside of me. Just see how right up against the last little bit looks dry. So if I try to get right out there, maybe get a slingshot off the corner. One of those things, who knows. That first bend will be a tough call. We've got Lee Farrer's 3 inside with Craig Finnegan just behind him on 4 inside. So they're obviously going to be in a rush. So they're not going to give us a minute. So they'll be trying, I would imagine, to make something happen first bend. So it's a bit of a roll of the dice, to be fair. I think it's anybody's guess. You either get lucky and get round the corner, or you just pear-shaped. Just seen the trophy go past. I've got a lovely space in one of my rooms that could sit, so let's try and make it happen. Pretty. I think that's just about knocked every corner off the car. Jesus Christ on a bike. I had a bad start, rattled the fence. Ryan kept us really wide and I thought it'd be dry out there and I'd get some grip. I rattled the fence, but then I got going. But then Lee rattled it here, come across me. I hit his nerf rail and I would have got away with it, but the pack just absolutely loaded me in. Hey? Up in air, spinning round, nearly went on my roof. Right fucking mess. I think this is wrecked.
It's not. It looks like it's nipped the actual underwear parcel shelf is. It probably wants welding up a little bit. You know, the post.
But this is locked up for some reason. As they've just, Tractor's just told me off, this is locked up completely. On this side here, this wheel.
There's something underneath panel bars all bent.